You've heard the saying, he's carrying a lot of baggage from his past, or avoid her. Baggage. But think about it. I mean, baggage, we get it from other people, the things that they do to us or say to us. And if we carry those memories around, in essence, we carry baggage. We begin collecting baggage when we're just little kids.
There you are.
Hey,
Hi.
hey,
Hi.
hey.
Hey, I need to talk to you.
Yeah, what?
Well, we were talking about building the tree house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love tree houses.
Yeah, it's just a thing. See, you can't help us build the tree house.
Why?
Well, you don't really want me to tell you.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, well, we were talking,
Uh-huh.
the gang, we were talking, and,
Yeah.
well, you're too fat.
What?
You'll weigh down the treehouse.
I'm not fat.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
I'm not. No. Mommy just says I'm big boned.
Dinosaurs are big boned, you're fat.
No. Mommy says I'm chunky.
Peanut butter's chunky, you're fat.
No. Mommy says that I've lost weight.
I think you found it.
No. Mommy says I'm just different.
Your mommy says you're just different?
Yeah, I'm just different.
Go back to where you came from. I gotta go. Bye.
Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. That's one of the biggest lies we teach children. Words hurt. They cut deep. And if we carry around the words of other people, essentially what we do is we're collecting baggage. You see, we can't find our self-worth based on what other people think of us. We have to find our self-worth based on Christ and our relationship with Him. But it doesn't seem to be that easy. And as life goes on and we get older, we just tend to collect more baggage. Sometimes we pick up baggage from people who are very close to us, like a best friend.
No, I know, Shelly, I know. It's like we talked for 3 hours and it seemed like 5 minutes. I know. It's like we have this amazing connection, this chemistry. Okay, I'm just gonna say this, Shelly. I've never said this to anyone in a really long time. Shelly, I feel like you're my density. I really, really do. No, you're right. You're my destiny. That's what I meant. You're my destiny, right? I'm just so full. Hey, he's right here. I gotta go. Okay, bye. Hey, buddy, what's up?
Not much. Who are you talking to?
Talking to my mom.
Your mom's your destiny.
Yeah. I mean, she gave birth to me and everything. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Kudos.
Really?
Yeah.
Because it sounds like you said Shelly.
Yeah. That's her name.
I thought your mom's name was Kelly.
That's her middle name.
Your mom's name's Kelly Shelley?
Yeah, and she was picked on a lot when she was a kid, so I just really try to encourage her all the time and tell her that I love her. What's wrong with that?
Okay,
I mean, that's a great thing to do.
Whatever. Did you talk to my Shelley?
Yeah, I did.
And?
She's not gonna be your Shelly.
What?
Look, we just started talking. We just kind of hit it off, and it just happened. I mean, we have this great chemistry. It just.
No. You were supposed to call her for me.
I did. I started out doing that. I did. You gotta believe me.
You're supposed to be my best friend.
I am. Don't let a girl come between us, okay? This is not a big.
You did this. Look, man, you know I've liked her since we were in kindergarten, and you were supposed to talk to her for me.
Yes, but I've been your best friend since kindergarten, and we've always said growing up, best friends forever, right?
Yeah, well, you know what? Forever just got a lot shorter.
Don't do this. Don't do this. It's a
You
girl.
did this. You're supposed to be my best friend. And our friends, they're just trying to get through life the same way we are. And sometimes they're going to make poor choices, and we can either learn to forgive them or we can pick up more baggage. You know, the truth about baggage is we don't need other people to load it on us. We do a pretty good job of dumping baggage on ourselves when we compare ourselves to others. We think things like, if I could be as popular as they are, if I could be as gifted and talented as they are, but I'm not. I'm a loser. I'm no good. And when we think that, we pick up more baggage. Or we find ourselves thinking, they have it made. And why is life so easy for them and so hard for me? I'm never gonna make it. And when we buy into that lie, more more baggage. And sometimes we pick up baggage from people who love us dearly. They just don't realize that their words cut like a knife.
Son,
Hey, Dad.
what happened out there?
The ball slipped. The lights got in my eyes.
The lights got in your eyes.
Yeah.
You know that's what cost us the game, don't you?
Yeah.
The ball slipped. How many times have I gotten up in the morning before 5 a.m. before I go to work on the stuff with you, huh? There were scouts out there. You realize that?
Dad, the ball slipped.
The ball slipped. Right.
It did. I mean, what do you
Hey,
want?
Coach. Huh? No. Butterfingers, yeah. We're going to work with him. Uh-huh. All right. See you later. Are you crying?
No.
Well, don't. Pull it together. People are watching. I want you to grab your stuff. I'm going to go to the car and I'll meet you there, all right?
Dad.
I'm just disappointed in you, all right? These were our dreams, right? Grab your stuff.
And our parents, they don't mean to hurt us. It's just they've got their own baggage. And when you don't deal with baggage, you pass it on. And for us, we have to learn to find our self-worth only in our relationship with Christ. And if we don't, we pick up more baggage. It gets uncomfortable, tedious, and our natural tendency is to want to dump this baggage onto someone else, but it always backfires.
Hey, can I ask you a question?
What are you doing in my room?
I just need to ask you a question.
What?
Can you give me and my friends a ride to school? It's cold and I don't want to ride my bike. What?
Are you really asking that?
Yeah, I don't think it's a big deal. Just give me a ride and some of my friends to school.
You need to understand something. Just because you and your loser friends are in high school now doesn't mean I'm going to give you a ride, okay? Because look at me. You need to understand that when people look at you, they see a freak, all right? And if they know that I'm related to you, if they know we're brothers, they're going to think I'm a freak too, okay? And I'm not okay with that. So here's the deal. I don't care how you get there. I don't care if you have to walk or crawl or whatever, but I'm not going to be a chauffeur for you and your loser friends, okay?
It's not my fault that Dad left. Why do you keep taking out on me?
Whatever.
No, you know I'm right.
Okay. I'm sorry.
You're not sorry. You're only sorry that I'm calling you out. I'll just ride my bike.
I said I was sorry.
I'll ride my bike.
Come on. And in the process of trying to dump our baggage on someone else, inevitably what happens is we pick up more baggage. And then there's that one. My sin. My secret sin. It's cool. I mean, I've got it under control. Who am I kidding? Most of the time it has control of me. And this is the way I live. And yet, I hear the words of Christ who says, I've come that you may have life and may have it abundantly. I don't know about you, but this doesn't really feel like abundant life to me. I can't walk straight. I can barely keep my balance. And then I remember his words. Because Christ also said, come to me, all you who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. That's what I want. That's what I want. So I go to God. God, please, if you're willing, would you take this baggage from me? Because God, I'm miserable and I can't live this way anymore. Please take it. And you know what? it takes.
Last couple of weeks, last couple of months, we've been taking a look through Isaiah. We've taken a look at breaking down the passage, Isaiah 6. We've taken a look at Here Am I. Last few weeks, we've been taking a look at Woe Is Me. And we're going to start a new section on it called Guilt Removed. And if you guys can open your Bibles to Psalm 118. Psalm 118. Without raising a hand, this is just you here. How many of you can relate to maybe one of those areas? And let's just put it this way too. Not just only speaking to you as young people, as young adults, but guess what? We as adults too sometimes carry that baggage. And as we move into this section as guilt removed, I want you to start thinking about that baggage. Because do you feel like you're sometimes stuck in the middle? You're stuck like that? And when we open up to Psalm 118, Psalm 118, let's move to verse 8. Psalm 118, verse 8. Let me just read it to you real quick. It is better to take refuge in the Lord than to trust in man. What is significant about Psalm 118? Anybody know? Verse 8. Anybody know significance about that? Do you guys know that this is the middle of the Bible? The middle of the Bible. Meaning that there are 1,188 verses before Psalm 8 and 1,188 verses after Psalm 8. This is the middle of the Bible. Stuck in the middle of the Bible is a verse that says to you, man, that's carrying baggage, it is better to take refuge in the Lord than to trust man. The very middle of the Bible, isn't that something? We talk about that word refuge because there's two words that pop out of there. What are the two words? Refuge and trust, right? When we take refuge, what does that word mean? When we take a look at that word refuge, it means to bring shelter, protection from danger, trouble. A place of shelter, a place of safety, anything to which one can go to for aid, relief, and escape. Refuge. And we take a look at that word trust. That word trust means to rely on, to have confidence in, to entrust with something. To believe in. And here the verse in the middle of the Bible screams out to us and to our generation, to generations before us, trust in me. Don't trust in man. Because as we saw a lot of times, the baggage will be carried. We can go ahead and put our trust in a relationship. It's not going to see us through. We can put a trust in, you name it, fill in the blank. But it's that word, trust in me. That word, refuge. I'm not going to take long this morning. It's not going to be a big, long sermon. Because many times we have heard this time and time again. You've probably seen videos like this time and time again. And sometimes we just need to be reminded. Whatever situation things are going on right now in your life, guilt can be removed. You've heard that ever since you were a little kid. You sat in Sunday school after Sunday school. You sat in youth group after youth group. Bible class after Bible class. Chapel after chapel. You've heard it time and time again. Guilt removed. But the question is the only way that guilt can be removed is when we step into the refuge of God's arms. And the baggage goes. Doesn't matter what you've gone, no matter what you've did, no matter what you may have experienced, maybe what people have said to you, God restores. And so I ask you this morning, who's your refuge? Is it your girlfriend or boyfriend? Is it your best friend? Is your refuge the person that, is it, parents? Who's your refuge? Who are you putting your trust in? Who is your refuge? Let me give you an illustration here, see if I can get this thing to work. So many times, can you come here? Can you hold that mic? Be my mic stand. So many times, our life goes on, and we have a tendency to go ahead and give our heart out. It could be anybody. Maybe it's a relationship that we're in, and we give our heart out. Maybe, it's the words of a parent, that we put trust in that has let us down. And they disappoint us. It could be a very close friend that we've trusted our whole life. That we've, shared all our secrets. And the next thing you know, your secrets are spread throughout the school. Maybe it's whatever, you fill in the blank of that person that you've trusted. And as we continue to seek everybody else's approval in hopes that sometime, I'll get some satisfaction. Some satisfaction out of that, all of a sudden, you got nothing. You have nothing left. It's gone. Your heart's tattered. Your heart's been torn to pieces. Where do I go? And so many times, young people, whether you're a young person or adult, you sometimes try to find that self-gratification. You're doing a great job on it. You find that self-gratification in whatever brings you joy. But that verse, it is better to take refuge in the Lord than to trust in man. Because when we take refuge in the Lord, let me tell you something. All of a sudden, God restores. And God brings back together that which he has mended. Thanks, hon. And the baggage, what may seem torn in our hearts and torn in our lives, God brings back together when we take refuge in him. So hear my plea and hear my cry. Young person, take refuge in him. Don't put your trust in man. That's going to come and go. Put your trust in him. Guilt removed. That's going to be the challenge throughout this next coming few weeks in our chapel series. Mr. Ganos is going to be coming in, and Mr. Large is going to be sharing. They're going to be sharing about that importance of letting go of the guilt. Letting go of that baggage. Young person, it's time. I see it day and time after again in my classroom. Sometimes, man, I can see the baggage you're carrying. I just wish that you just let it go. I wish I could go ahead and take some of that baggage away, but I can't until you let go. Until God wants to go and just say, give it to me. Trust me. Young person, take refuge in the Lord. You've heard me say this many times. If God wasn't real, I would not be doing what I'm doing today. And if God wasn't real, I'd be wasting my time. If God wasn't real, I wouldn't be standing before you. Why? Why should I if he wasn't real? If God couldn't remove the guilt in me, come on. Do you think, what, I've lived a perfect life all my life? Do you think that I haven't had my ups and downs? You don't think that I have had my times of doubt? I've been there. I can guarantee you that many of my colleagues, your teachers, have had those moments in their lives too. And all we want for you is to run to God and let him be your refuge. That's it. That's why we hold you accountable. That's why we love you. I know we have classes to teach, subjects to teach, formulas to know, languages to learn, and more books to read. But that's where God has placed us. And that's to speak into the life of you. And that hopefully through our lives you will see the true living God in us. That you may run to the God that we've run to. As a Lord.